Guys, we are back, and first of all, Happy New Year to everyone, and I am so excited for 2023. Today, we're going to recap everything that we've watched this year, and I'm gonna tell you my favorite BLs because I didn't do this last year, and I've seen people talk about their favorite BLs, and I love watching those, and then I always get surprised by the difference between the people that I watch and how they love some shows and I didn't like them, or how they liked shows and or they didn't like shows and I really loved them. So I thought, let's do this, let's do a recap. So let's start. First of all, I have a Patreon and I found this website where it shows all of the BLs of this year. So I'll show you guys, but this is all the BLs by category: Japanese BLs, Korean BLs, Taiwanese BL, Thai BL, Vietnamese BL, Hong Kong BL. And I realized that out of all of this, I've watched almost all of it. Everything that aired, I have watched it. So apart from, let's say, maybe 8 or 9, I have watched mostly everything. So I feel like I can have a pretty good view. Because I've watched so many, I can tell which one I really loved and which one I didn't. I feel like I'm not gonna talk too much about the ones that I didn't like because it's irrelevant, did not like it. I'm gonna say that there's a couple series that were loved by everyone and were like, everyone talked about it and I didn't like them. And so I thought, you know what, let me not talk about it because somehow people want you to like the thing that is being liked at the moment, and I'm not about this. I do not care if people like a series, if everybody loves it. If I love it, then I love it. If I don't like it, then I don't like it. So let's start. I didn't really write anything, but let's just go through everything. It was very hard for me. I was trying to think of which were my favorite, and I'm gonna rate them by how good it was, if I would rewatch it again, if the story was good, if the chemistry was good. There's so much to a series, but I will say that some of my favorite series this year were, in no particular order because I don't even think I can rate them, but About Youth, guys. So when I watched About Youth, I watched it on my Patreon. When I watched About Youth, I was able to binge watch it because I was behind. So when I started reacting to it, I think most of the episodes were out already. So I managed to watch all the episodes very quickly, and so I got into it. And let me tell you, I loved everything about this show. I loved it so much. First of all, the OST. The OST of About Youth is amazing. Like, those two songs, In My Pocket and In Slow Motion, were so beautiful. The actors could sing. There was amazing music in this show. The chemistry between the two leads, the chemistry was amazing. It really made me believe that this was the most well-made high school show that we had this year, because it was set up in high school and I could really feel the teenage awkwardness, first love, first kiss, and their first kiss on screen was actually their first kiss in real life. And I feel like that brought even more to the show because it was so raw and so real. And I have rewatched it since. I will rewatch it again. I really loved it. The drama was actually good drama. The bond that they had was amazing. There was a lot of angst with parents and Asian parents having so much pressure on their kids, and I would recommend it. If you have not watched it, you need to watch it. And if you want to watch it with me, make sure to go on my Patreon. Okay, moving on. And also let me know, guys, if you also had the same best BLs as me. Okay, another one that I absolutely loved was Old Fashioned Cupcake, guys. This show was so amazing. It was so short. First of all, Japanese BL, they gave us an amazing relationship between two working men, one that was older and one that was younger, 10 years difference I think, and one that was a boss and one that was his boss. So the entire story was beautiful. The metaphors they were doing with food and love, I really loved it. And they gave us an intense kiss scene that I felt in my entire body. When that kissing happened, I was on the floor because I felt every emotion. Like, it was incredible. The chemistry between the leads were insane. It was just, everything was so good. The way it was filmed, it was so beautiful. It was just, it made me feel like I was watching an actual drama movie, and I would recommend it. If you have not watched it, you have to watch Old Fashioned Cupcake because it was so good. Okay, moving on to, okay, so I said two already. Let me say an obvious one that not many people might agree with me, but I loved Kin Porsche. Kin Porsche is on my top. I think that because I've waited for it for so long, I was just so happy when it aired, and I was not disappointed. I know a lot of people hated it. I know they have haters. I know people were disappointed. I was not one of those people. I loved everything about it. I loved the chemistry. I love the cast so much. I don't think I've ever loved a cast more than I've loved Kin Porsche cast. They are my favorite cast. There's so many actors, and usually I feel like when there's too many characters and too many actors, I get lost. It's hard for me to remember names. I don't like it. For this one, I was not actually, it did not bother me. Fun fact, I rewatched episode 8 yesterday. I just find myself going back, rewatching episodes out of order, just rewatching them all the time. And this is just because I loved everything about it. The soundtrack, incredible. The chemistry between the actors, incredible. The way it was shot, incredible. The scenery, incredible. The fight scenes, incredible. I just loved everything about it. Yes, there was some things that I didn't like. Actually, was there? I don't think there was. I just loved every character. Was, there was so many characters that you could pick your favorite. And even out of all the characters, I still do not know who my favorite character is because I loved all of them. What I also really loved is an intense plot twist at the end, which you don't expect. Intensity, and it brings just, I don't know, just everything. I really loved Kin Porsche. I will stand by it. And if you didn't like it, that is fine too. I'm not gonna not like you because you didn't like it. It's a bad taste, remember, it's a bad taste. You guys can like vanilla ice cream and someone else can like chocolate ice cream. Does not make ice cream bad, just makes it not your taste. So yes, moving on, because there's other, so I would say this probably is my top 3. I'm trying to look at what else we got, and I do think this is in my top. Now, there's also other things in my top, which probably, okay, let's say top 4, because there's another one that I really, really loved, and that is Not Me series. Not Me series. Not Me series was my favorite GMM TV show of 2022, and yes, it was everything that I wanted. As you guys know, if you watch my video for a while, I really love action and I really love intense plots, and I think the plot twist of the twin and plus Afghan chemistry is just off the charts. They have a chemistry, they have this bond, I don't know, it's just, they have something that makes me believe everything that they say to me, And also, Gun in that role, playing different characters, I thought was so amazing because Gun is such an incredible actor, but that role was so intense and we got to see kind of a different side of him. we already saw like that side of him maybe in The Gifted, but I think this was pushed to another level, and the acting in this was incredible. Also, I really loved First in this. First was actually probably since Not Me that he really came to me, and I thought, wow, I've been sleeping on him because what a great performance, what a great acting. The kisses they gave us were so beautiful. I even liked the straight storyline, even though a lot of people did not like it. I thought it was good. I thought they had chemistry. I really loved the soundtrack. They really gave us so much amazing music in this. And even till the end, we really did not know what was gonna happen. And I really liked that. I really liked the suspense of not knowing and the tension. I really loved everything about it. They also give us my favorite scene of 2022. And that was the scene of the pride flag, all of them underneath, and knowing that this scene was taken from actual events that happened in Thailand, it just did something to my heart. To this day, I think about this scene so many times, and I rewatch it and I cry because it was so beautiful. And I will tell you also my favorite scenes out of BLs, because there's a lot of scenes that I've loved in BLs that did not make my top, but those scenes, they did something to me, you know, and that is one of those scenes. So Not Me, definitely my top 4. So I would say this is my top 4 in no particular order. I also really loved, it probably is in my top, but I feel like because we had so many good BLs, it's hard for me to put in my top. But Semantic Error, guys, Semantic Error. Semantic Error. Semantic Error, when it aired, this became my entire personality. I loved the chemistry. I loved the genuine feelings that those actors had towards those characters. And something else was the hype. You know, it's the first time that I was every morning going on Twitter, seeing what people were saying. This is when I started reading reviews, and this is when I felt like I was a part of something, because I was watching it, but I needed to know other people's opinion. I needed to share my love with other people. This is my first time that I actually, as I was watching, as it was airing, I was waking up for it to be at the premiere so I wouldn't have spoilers. Like, this was a moment where I was taken to the next level, where I had to delete my Twitter because I could not see spoilers. I was just becoming obsessed because this show was amazing. First of all, also the soundtrack was amazing. The chemistry was amazing. The plot in itself was not something new, but it worked so well. And this concept with these two characters that are so different and kind of teasing each other, and I don't feel like it's a enemies to lovers. I just think it was the perfect amount of teasing, because it showed that the teasing was out of love and out of, I want to spend time with you, so I'm gonna tease you, and I just loved it. I rewatched, actually, the movie came out, they repurposed like the series into a movie, and I spent 2 hours and 30 minutes watching the movie again, even though I have watched Semantic Error so many times that I cannot count anymore. But yes, I loved it so much. What can I say? It was amazing. And yes, Korean BLs, they're not the best. We have to say that. And this one really, to me, was the best ever Korean BL. Now, in my other top, so now we're top 6 almost, damn. I would say Blooming was amazing. Blooming, wow. When I watched Blooming, actually, what I loved about it is that they released all the episodes at once. So you were so immersed into it because you had no time to stop and think about it. You were just in it. You could have finished it like so fast. And I think I watched 2 episodes per day. So I was really into it. And wow, this Blooming it's so crazy because I've seen a lot of people hating on it, saying it was boring. And to me, it was not boring at all. I felt that it was just the most beautiful pacing. I felt the love, you know, little by little. I felt the chemistry of the actors, the kisses they gave us. Wow, those kisses, they just, I still think about them. Like, it made me feel something. It made me feel love. Like, I just felt the love between them. And also, this show also had one of my favorite scenes. So I think it was the last episode, they had this scene where it was kind of a what if or what could have been, and we saw something happening that was actually not happening, and that was probably in one of the leads' mind, and it reminded me of that scene in Gaia sa Película when you imagine what could have been. And I really love when they do that. I really love to know that there's multiple endings and this could have happened, but also this could have happened. And it's up to the viewer to know, you know, your ending. And in the end, they still resolved their problems and then ended up together. And I thought it was just the most beautiful coming of age BL. This and About You, if you're looking for a good coming of age story with high schooler, if you want to relate to them, Blooming and About You, yes. Now, let's move on to some of my favorite shows because they were funny. And the shows that entertained me so much, the shows that made me feel good, the shows that made me happy. And I have around maybe 2 or 3 of those. But one of them is Mr. Unlucky Has No Choice But To, what is it? This show was hilarious. It made me so happy. I loved everything about it. The humor was funny. The main character, I just loved him so much. Guys, if you're looking for a feel-good, having fun, laughing show, I recommend this. Because, you know, there's a show for every mood. And if you want a fun show, this is the one, because I loved it so much. It was hilarious. I really loved everything about it. Was it the best? No. Was it also a bit frustrating? Yes. Did they give us amazing kisses? No. Was chemistry there? Yes, it was. Kind of, you know, it was not the best chemistry, but I really enjoyed it. It entertained me so much. And I remember every week being so excited for the new episodes. Now, also in my other love it, funny roommates of Pongdok 304 guys. This is the thing, is this roommate of Pongdok, they have one of my favorite couple. So I think they have some of the most amazing chemistry we've seen. Like, I just love them together. I want to believe they're dating. Like, I think they actually are doing their job so well because it made me believe so much that they were together. And it was so funny. I really loved it. Like, the humor was so funny. I loved it. Roommates of Pongdok 304, if you're watching for a fun show, and if you don't want to think too much, if you're looking for entertainment, I really recommend it. Really recommend it. Now, what else did we have? I'm looking at all of this, and yeah, that's about, like, of course, I really loved, was Bad Buddy in 2022? Let me see. There were so many Thai BLs that it was hard for me to keep up because I've watched all of them. I've watched almost all of them. Triage, guys, Triage was so good. These are other shows that didn't make my top, but they were good. The Eclipse, at one point, I was very, like, annoyed at it because the plot had so many plot holes. It was not the best. But yes, the chemistry was good. Triage, I loved it. I really loved that show. Let's see. My Secret Love was actually one when I had no... I was not expecting anything, but I really enjoyed it. There's so many other shows that I really enjoyed. Let me see, what else did we have? Obviously, right now I am really loving My School President and Not Me and Never Let Me Go. But that I feel like I cannot put it in 2022 because it's already 2023. So this would definitely go on my 2023 list because I think it will actually be on my top, but of 2023. So I'm not counting them. But yeah, my only 12% guys had one of the best scenes I've ever seen in a BL. That scene of Santa and Earth, where Santa is speaking English. This is probably my top two. My top two of the scene that I've loved the most in a BL. Because that scene was, wow, groundbreaking. I've never thought that someone speaking English would be this groundbreaking, but that confession of love and the Santa and Earth chemistry was wow. I would say my only 12% is very slow, but you should watch it. You should watch it. Even though it's very slow, you should watch it. Now, I have dropped 3 shows. Actually, the shows that I've dropped were War of Why and Check Out, and also I did Rainbow Prince, but Rainbow Prince I don't even count it because was it even a BL? I don't know. And those are the shows that I dropped. War of Why, I dropped it just because it was too intense for me. It was too intense for me. I'm someone who does not like drama. I don't like drama, I don't like gossip. So this was hard for me to watch because I'm someone who does not like that. I do not like drama, I do not like gossip. If someone is talking bad about someone, I do not like this. And the entertainment industry, guys. I have been in the entertainment industry and I really do not like it. So it was very hard for me to watch, but it is a very good show. It was just not for me. But yeah. Now, that's it. I mean, we had so many good ones, I will say. We had so many good ones this year, and it was a really good year. And look at all of the things they gave us. They gave us so much. Like, we should be thankful. They put K and X-Yaku in this. I don't think it was a BL, but it was a good show. But yeah, Cherry Magic movie, I just watched it. It was amazing. Takara-kun and Amagi-kun, I really loved it. I thought it was a very good show. I could watch it probably for 10 seasons. It was very good. I really loved it. Korean BLs, there's not that much that I liked. I only liked Semantic Error, Roommates of Pongdok. Choco Milkshake was amazing. Choco Milkshake was amazing, but I don't really count it because it was more of a web series. But yeah, it was amazing. I really loved it. And Blooming. And then once again was kind of good. I really loved the new concept, so I think it was good. The rest, did I like it that much? Not really. I probably will forget about it. Yeah. Taiwanese BL. Did we have any good Taiwanese BL? Usually Taiwan is, you know, up there with like the history and everything. And some reason, plus and minus, I was so disappointed in this. About Youth. Well, About Youth is my number one actually. So yeah, Taiwan did that. Now, My To Fear Love. So many problems with this also. And then that's it. I think there was more though. They didn't put them in here. There was other shows. There was DNA Says I Love You. There was like more Taiwanese BL than that. But yeah, Vietnam, I didn't watch anything from Vietnam. And then Hong Kong, I'm a Fool for You, Boys, and I didn't watch any of this. But yeah, those were my tops, guys. So if you were wondering, yeah, there is a lot of things that I loved this year. It was really good. And then there's still things that are airing right now, which will probably be in my 2023. But yeah, I mean, they did give us so much. Oh, also, I have to say Cutie Pie. I really enjoyed Cutie Pie. Was it my favorite? No. But you know, not Saint. Nunu and Z, their chemistry is amazing. And I really did love Cutie Pie. Now, what about, you're gonna ask me probably, and I'm probably gonna forget things, guys, but, Love in the Air, okay, I actually wanted to tell you about my favorite couples, but Love in the Air, I did love it. It was not in my top, for sure, because if you be honest, MAME, the show's writing is not the best. It's very there's so many things about like that she writes that I just don't like. And obviously I feel like the show at the beginning was badly edited and cut, and so it was hard to get into it. Now, I think this show is good only because of the actors. I think the actors make the show. If you had replaced the actors, I don't even know. Would have I liked it? I don't know. I really just love the actors, and I would have watched everything with them. Though I really did enjoy the Love in the Air special episode. I really enjoyed watching the show. I do rewatch it a lot, but it's not in my fave. So yeah. And my favorite couples, well, I had so many favorite couples this year. I mean, pairing, let's say pairing. Zinunu is definitely on my top. Zinunu is probably, Afghan is my top one. Zinunu is my top two. Now, I really did love so much chemistry. Like, First and Kaotong, really loved them. And Fort and Pete are also in my top. So yeah, I mean, and Santa Earth, they're my top. Like, I just love him so much. Then and Boonprem, obviously. But like, Boonprem, in 2022, they only had Evenson, and I just didn't like Evenson. So yeah, I will put them in my 2023 for Between Us. But other than that, that's it. It was a very fun year, a really good year. We watched so many things, and most of the things I watched were not on my YouTube because of the rules. And I'm gonna say that as a reactor, it is getting harder and harder for me to upload anything on YouTube. I have to keep up with so many rules. Every time that I do a reaction, I have to go back on my journal and look at the rules, and I have to edit twice the episode, one for my Patreon, one for YouTube. It's getting frustrating, and it's getting also tiring. I get my videos blocked multiple times, even though there are a lot of reactions, and so I have to send multiple emails. They don't reply to you. People will be like, but just send them an email. They do give us an email. They do not reply. They don't have time to reply. They do not care about reactors, trust me. And it's getting frustrated. And at this point, I feel like I enjoy the shows that I enjoy the most. I've realized are the shows that I don't have to edit and then I can just put on my Patreon. About Youth was on my Patreon. Just enjoyed it because I don't have to re-edit it. It doesn't like make me think too much. Semantic error gave me a strike for a 20-second preview of my reaction. Like, what is this? Guys, I got so many strikes this year. I think I got 3. Luckily not at the same time, because with 3 strikes they take down your channel. But yeah, now if you guys wanted to talk, if you wanted the tea about the things that I didn't love, I feel like there's so many things that people would hate me because somehow I feel like people do not appreciate when you don't like a show that is supposed to be liked. And so they start hating on you, and I'm like, it is not my fault that I didn't like the show. Like, I have my reasons, obviously, for not liking the show. So I feel like I was getting so much hate. For example, when Cupid's Last Wish, I really did not like that show at all. It was so hard for me to finish it. And people were mad at me because they thought I was hating on Earth and Mix. And I'm like, I'm not hating on Earth and Mix. I'm hating on this show. Like, Earth and Mix are amazing. But I do not like the show. I do not like those characters. I just did not like anything about the show. All they did was complain, whine, and eat. So yeah, I mean, check out, guys. Check out, it's just so bad. Like, I don't know. I also do not get the hype of, what's their name? I don't even know their name. Chubb and, I don't even know their name. I'm so sorry. But like, I don't get the hype over them. Apparently, they're supposed to be like so good looking that people watch that show. I did not see that. Like, I had no feeling whatsoever for them. I did not think they were good actors. Was episode 0 good? Yes, it was, but it was not as good as people were saying it is. Now, the tuxedo, guys, the tuxedo. Chap and Green, I did not like it. Guys, I do not... Is there one thing that I don't like is BLs that give us kisses and sex just to give us kisses and sex. I had more feelings with My School President, Pinky Touch, than the whole of Tuxedo kissing. Like, I had more feelings with My School President, Pinky Touch, than I had in Big Dragon series, all the sex scenes. Like, So it's not about sex and it's not about kisses. Like, if there's no chemistry, kisses are not gonna be good. And I don't enjoy watching people kiss for too long. At one point, I just get uncomfortable. So yes, I'm gonna say Tuxedo was bad, very bad. I did not like it at all. I hated everything about it. Hated the plot. Hated everything about it. Should be erased from my mind. Enchanté, guys, enchanté. I hated everything about Enchanté. I hated it. Should never have been made. Also, I'm French, and I just really hate those French cliches. That bad CGI of the Eiffel Tower, they should never get married. None of them should be together. It should be erased from my memory also. Nah, please don't be mad at me for hating a show. It's just, I don't like to hate. I would just say like it's not my taste, but let's say, you know what? Fallen Rock, guys, Fallen Rock. For some reason, I really enjoyed Fallen Rock. I don't know why, do not ask me, but it was entertaining. Because I was so heated, you know, I was just like, why is this so bad? And then I just loved how bad it was. Oh My Sunshine Night. Oh My Sunshine Night. Even Sun. Let's just not talk about it because it was so bad. And now there's other shows that I really did not like. And I'm not gonna say why. I have my reason. I really did not like To My Star 2. Really did not like it. But you can tell, I think you can probably tell my reaction that I'm not enjoying it and I get really frustrated. It's just not for me, okay? And that's it. I think there was a lot of bad shows, and you know what? It's good to have bad shows because some of the shows that we hate, some people love, and it's good to have things for everyone. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know about your favorite BLs, please. Let me know your top 3 BL and your top 3 couples. Let me know. And thanks so much for watching, and make sure to check out my Patreon if you want to watch more reactions with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.